Hey guys, welcome to Unfavorites of 2013. I have a lot going on here. These are all the products that just did not work out for me in 2013. You know, doing YouTube, I kind of keep a basket and I actually save the products that don't work for me so that I can make a video like this for you guys and explain why it didn't work and maybe, you know, put the thought in your mind while shopping to avoid a product if, you know, you don't like the same things that I don't like in your makeup and cosmetic whatnot. So I'm sorry if some of these are things that you like. I just didn't like them. So let's get started with an item that I picked up during Madness Monday. So I didn't spend a lot of money. I used a coupon. I got rewards. I had intended on doing a full review on this, but it was so bad. It was so bad. This is the Pond's BB Cream, and this is a luminous finish. It has SPF 15, that's nice. I like that it was a luminous, kind of lightweight, glow-inducing type of a product. And I love Pond's products, I really do. They have some fabulous, fabulous skincare. And I had high hopes. However, this stuff immediately gives you very plastic looking skin. It doesn't really fill in any fine lines or reduce pore size. In fact, it actually exaggerates them in my opinion. It really doesn't cover much. You put it on and you think, okay, maybe this will warm up with my skin. Maybe it will wear a little bit better. I've tried setting it with powder. I've tried putting a primer underneath, and every time I was just really disappointed, and I would look in the mirror and not only would I be unattractively glowy, just very shiny, but it would kind of break up the surrounding makeup. So applying a blush or a bronzer on top of this product was just not gonna happen. It just didn't layer well. I didn't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Moving on. More foundation, because I love trying as much foundation as my skin can possibly handle, because I will forever be on the search for something to make me look totally flawless all day long, every day, all day. Even know. This I picked up when I went over to IMATS in London. This is from Sleek. This is the oil-free cream to powder SPF compact makeup. It's kind of funny because I look at this and I'm like, gosh, I was really, really tan. This was something that I picked up because I really love Sleek products. I like their blushes. I like their eyeshadow palettes. You can only get them in the UK or order them offline here in the States, but I really love Sleek. This, however, was just such a disappointment. It covers really well, but it immediately showcases your pores, showcases your fine lines. And do you know when a product kind of just breaks up and really looks like foundation? Like you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, it looks like I have 5 layers of foundation on me. But this was just such, you know, it was a thin application that I put on. How is this happening? So the way the product sits on the skin and the way it breaks up on the skin, I did not like. And it was just something that I tried a couple of times and I was like, no, fail, done, not gonna do it. So this was a do not like product. This is really random, guys, but eye drops, these Rodo Eye Drops. Do you guys like these? Because I kind of feel like I'm putting fire in my eyeballs when I do these eye drops. Now, I'm a big fan of keeping your eyes bright and clear, and if you have a special event, it's really nice to break out the Visine or put like a cold compress on your eyes and just make everything look really great. So I had heard a lot of hype about these Rodo Ice eye drops, and I don't know how anyone can enjoy this. I don't understand it because it's like putting peppermint oil in your eyeball. So you like put it in and you, like I actually make painful noises. Like I actually am like, oh my God, you know, and people are like, what, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, these eye drops. And then you try to open your eyes and your eyes are red. I don't understand. Like, I don't get this product. I don't know how this sells or why people like it. Okay, the other thing that's not a great idea is your eyelashes sticking together. So much so that when you blink, you kind of can't open your eyes, and it's very uncomfortable when you're trying to have a conversation with someone and your mascara is kind of sticking together. That's what happened with this Too Faced Better Than False Lashes Nylon Lash Extension System. Part 1, Part 2, or Step 1, Step 2. You put on this little guy, then you put on this guy. Your lashes look amazing, but oh my gosh, I don't even understand. They stick together. Like even if you don't put something on the bottom part, somehow it's really sticky and glue-like. So when you close your eyes, you'll kind of be like, and you can't open your eye, which really is not attractive in my book. So even though it made your lashes look great, I have to pass on this one. Oh my goodness, can I just say how much I do not like these Revlon little singles that kind of attach together. I will link that video below if you want to see more about this guy right here. But I have to say, this was one of the most ultimate fail items of 2013. Just really bad. This item right here really baffled me. This is from Hard Candy, which you can find at Walmart. It is a cream shadow, and somehow it manages to be really difficult to apply. So on one hand, you kind of think, well, once I pat it on there and smooth it out, it's really gonna lock into place. It's gonna wear all day and be completely crease proof. But it is not. It creases and bunches, and I just did not like this. I only used it a couple of times, and then I threw it in the bin like, okay, I have to let my subscribers know that this is not good. So this was a fail. I think the color tattoos from Maybelline are the best bet as far as a cream shadow at the drugstore, but no, I didn't like that. I do like some Hard Candy makeup though. However, let's continue talking about the not so great stuff from Hard Candy. I have one more, and that is the Shadowholic 12-hour waterproof eye crayon. If you want a real waterproof, creamy, amazing eye crayon, go with Rimmel. Do not go with this. See, okay, it dried out so quickly, A. Get back in there. B, it just is very, I don't know if you can see that on my hand right here, but it's very crumbly. So if you put this on your eye, you're gonna have little flaky crumbles that kind of go underneath your eye. And even if you just sweep that away with a brush, you're still gonna get little streaks and it's gonna disrupt the makeup underneath your eye. I just did not like it. Again, if there is something better, like from Rimmel, go that route. Skip this. I did a whole first impressions of Flower Cosmetics when it first came out, and this was something that I talked about not liking in that video, and I do this weird thing where sometimes if I don't like a product, I'm like, well, let's give it another go. Let's buy another one. Let's buy a different shade and try it again. So I've tried a few of these now, and I just think that they are a weird formula. It goes on very dry and chalky, but tries to be creamy and not quite matte. It's just a very bizarre formula. I think the Flower glosses are where it's at as far as lip products within the Flower line, but this lipstick, what are you even called? The luxury lip colors, just watch out. They're very patchy, drying, and just not cute. They make your lips look not cute. This was a total surprise fail because I really love Anastasia brow products. I like some of their shadows, but this liner was absolutely horrible. This is the Covet waterproof liner. It's not waterproof. It smudges right off. It does not even fully get the color in your waterline. My Jane Cosmetics $6 liner does a way better job than this one. This is much more expensive, and it's not black enough. I mean, I want to be I want Sharpie ink black when I am doing my eyeliner. I don't want gray, I don't want off black, I don't want kind of intense. If I'm gonna do a black liner, I want it to be intense. I want it to frame my eyes and make everything go woo. This one just did not work out. I was so surprised. I was actually really, really surprised because it's really bad, and this is a luxe line where I love so much of what they make. So that was kind of a surprise fail. Pass on that. Much better options for black eyeliner out there. And then we're down to the nitty gritty here. We're getting to the bottom of the barrel of all the hate. This is so random, but when I was in New York, they have this Borghese hair care in all the drugstores, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like the mud that is this amazing face mask, and it used to be this luxury makeup and body care line. So I picked up this travel size hairspray. It is so, so, so heavily fragranced, you might choke yourself to death putting this on your hair. I kid you not, the scent of it is just so bad that I had to throw it in the mix as a total random thing that I didn't like in 2013. Just if you're traveling, just get yourself some Tresemme or something like that. Don't try to be fancy. This was really bad. I got one left. This is a mascara that just did not work out. You guys saw me do a hot or not. I will link that below. This is the Total Lash Cover 3-Zone Brush Mascara from Milani. Now this brush in the package, it's like neon colors. It looks all cute. It looks amazing. This is the most painful brush. Even look at it right here. It looks like little spikes are gonna attack your eyeballs. And that's exactly what it does. It attacks your eyeballs. You put this in, it scratches you. You're like, oh, beauty is pain, beauty is pain. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't even look good. This is horrible. So this makes the list for probably the worst mascara of the year for the pain factor. Actually, no, I think it would be a tie because not being able to open your eyes pretty much sucks too. So these were my mascara fails. That's it. That's all the junk of the year. And thumbs up this video if you think it's a great idea for me to collect all of the junky products from 2014 and do this yet again next year. So I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned on Friday. I have a collab and we're gonna talk about more junky products. So yeah, you're getting it twice this week. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Mwah.